Hi, yes, people. I am Chinghiz together with you. Today, March 22nd, 2022. This urgent because in yesterday Chinghiz life was other very, truly very serious things about how Hitler, Putin, and her enablers creating another world war in Europe, and not intention stop Hitler, Putin, truly stop. Not something doing, but giving Putin opportunity to continue. And also last info, how Putin Trojan horses inside NATO and EU starting actively block our needed and final action for stop Putin, Hitler Putin, for stop Hitler Putin genocide in Ukraine. Hungary of Orban, undeniable Trojan horse of Hitler, Putin inside NATO and EU. Same we can say and should say about Germany already. I said about Erdogan, you will see this fact too, all coming online. So I yesterday say about that generally, what's happening and why happening and what we should do for stop this Hitler Putin. But other, and also yesterday say much more devastating threat is climate crisis. And today's this short Chinghiz life will only about that. Climate crisis, and Team Greta call it March 25th, coming Friday, worldwide climate strike about that, about climate crisis. And why so important people around will join to this climate strike in March 25th, in coming Friday. This is crucial. This war in Europe, these enablers of Hitler Putin, which with her ongoing genocide in Ukraine, this happening before your eyes in our days. And behind them, believe me, big oils and banks, truly secret societies who rule it world, who own financial system, and they, of course, own big banks and big oil and gas. And not distract your mind for some twist, truly coming online and needed action should be happen, and they deny. In climate crisis happening, same, blah blah for distract your mind, twist, okay? But when coming real action for truly stop climate crisis, block it, creating barrier, sabotaging, this same, believe me, Hitler Putin with her genocide in Ukraine, and her enablers and climate crisis. Who they did that? Of course, big oil, gas, and coal, and of course, big banks. And who they enablers? Same, who own the system which ruled the world, financial system, satanic evil, very dark, corruption, money laundering in offshores, and clubs in offshores. They, by their lobby schemes, secret, by their dark money in politics, by their donors, donations, their intervention in elections in Western countries, in developed countries rule of law, so-called rule of law. But actually happening this. Say me, how this country can call it democratic and country rule of law when they aggressively acting and stopping our fight for stop climate crisis. This country can be called democratic human rights. Climate crisis is mainly human rights issue. Women issue too. But entirely human rights. Climate crisis will crash and crashing. Each individual, particular middle class, particular poor, their lifestyle, their social programs, their food on their tables, their home and houses. Climate crisis, this human rights issue. Look at the United States. Blocked even half of measures method blocked. For me, this as game, day game. They try to fool American people and all world. Half of measures offered by President Joe Biden to Congress, and their majority after 4, even 6 years in Senate, or a majority of Democrats, and should be a climate crisis in emergency. Climate emergency means should be urgent action, and they prick want to, if needed, will more. Believe me, will more. Problem that they name you don't know now. In Democratic Party stand about Republicans are even not talking. They're fully evil. Democratic stand. Who ruled the world? Who own financial system world? And how they control it, political establishment worldwide, particularly in developed countries, and especially particular leader, so-called leader country. The damage not yet, not outcome of this damage not was resolved. Trump in White House, not yet. Therefore, I would say so-called leader of world. And this country particular are under their control. They absurd of that, they call that democracy. Saying, hey, they are lobby schemes. How this can be legal? How you can did that legal? How you allow corporate money in politics? How? Simply how money in pockets, Congress, Senate vote, yes, pass it. Same method, they using same method in 1913 when they created Federal Reserve. Same this corporate money in politics, they allow, and how they're using that. This democratic country. And they even using this, use this fact as fact of democracy. When they are lobby schemes, dark money in politics and corporation, Koch brothers and others. Koch brothers even remain in Russia. Koch brothers now, today, in March 22nd, remain still at Hitler, Putin in Russia. Nothing doing United States authority. And now this. Listen, absurdity of these facts. Lara Friedman tweeted today. She tweeted, to crush climate action, fossil fuel advocates, means lobbyists, are copying anti BDS laws. BDS is Palestinian movement for boycott Israel foreign goods who involve on occupation of Palestinian territory. This is very important movement, BDS. I fully support this movement. I said that previously, and again I'm saying that. We will boycott Israel apartheid regime. No matter who will try stand with apartheid regime. And apartheid regime, what means? Literally, this means racism, supremacism, and fascism. Anyone, anybody, if you try stand with this apartheid regime on case occupation of Palestinian territories by settlement and creating their businesses, and same in Eastern Jerusalem, and same against Palestinian in Israel too, not only Palestinian, as second kind of persons, no human beings. This fact check United States of America, democratic country rule of law. Nancy Pelosi and co, Schumer and co, Democratic Party. About Republicans, I even know talking. Shameful, your position. How you try say to black white, to white black. Schumer and Nancy Pelosi. Because Israel lobbyists are continued, repeated from start. Lara Friedman. To crush climate action, fossil fuel advocates are copying anti-BDS laws. US conservatives are banning boycotts of oil and gas companies, using anti-BDS legislation as a model. Experts warn the tactic will spread even further. What means evil? huh? Against their apartheid, against Palestinian massacre after massacre, Palestinians attacked their land, in occupy their settlement, then settlement again killings. They are also using this fascist regime, apartheid regime in Palestinian land, Palestinians as second kind of persons. And you not have right, protest. Shame on you, United States Congress who passed this law, anti-BDS. I very good know what they are and why. Who Schumer, I also very good know. Sometimes he broken his mask, and it's good. And apartheid means apartheid, and they pro-apartheid. And now they using same model based on same this about anti-BDS legislation, and will block any our action for boycott fossil fuel companies. Means you not have, what democratic country, huh? Human rights, liberty, statute of liberty, founders of country, United States, founders. They were fighting for that. Great nations, great country, but you not have right. Protect big oil, gas, coal. Who you not have this right. They big, great nations, they big, but you invert great nation. They say, and this doing Congress, where majority Democrats. In White House, Democratic Party President Joe Biden. Enough is enough. Stop that climate crisis. Much more dangerous and deadly than any war, including what's happening in Ukraine. This not means Hitler we try downplay this Hitler Putin genocide. I know I pushing that they're genocide. We should act. I'm talking about why this thing happening. And also I try say with my English how climate crisis much more deadly. But genocide is genocide happening by Hitler Putin in Ukraine, and genocide is genocide. Will happen global genocide, if you like these words. Again, my English not so good because each second and the attack, this second too. What I saying, this all despite this Hitler, Putin, and Ilham Aliyev. And who helping Ilham Aliyev? Again, Israel authority by the high techs, Mossad. Okay, genocide happening in Ukraine, in Europe, by Hitler, Putin. But climate crisis will make global genocide. Okay, that's true. And the United States blocking that, now protecting big oil and gas. Why? So obvious, if they are, and this happening, it is, okay, big money. Why legislators, this congressman, senator will back big oil and gas any cost. Which reason? Big, easy money to pocket, one, to election campaign, two, and other reason. So obvious. And these are talking about United States. What's happening in Europe, in Britain? Same, even worse. Look at Germany and Hungary and others. They continue financing Hitler Putin, blocking our action for stop Putin, put embargo on Russian oil and gas. When you decided, United States, EU, developed countries, you decided go clean energy. Do that. No excuse. Was COVID? We all say, hey, use this fact. You say, yes, we'll use. But you did opposite. Fossil fuel was skyrocketing after lifting restriction of COVID. Now same. We banning and should ban embargo on Russian oil and gas. But you immediately searching where you can take oil and gas. You can go, shall go clean energy, solar. You should search, no search even. They are all open sources. And technology have. You should use this project. But you deny and try to replace Russian oil and gas, but other countries' oil and gas. And this death sentence. Because what's happening with planet Earth, this reality. As one person, unfortunately, now I not recall, was there in German case about finance minister, Lindner. This stupid person with a dump, or he intentionally doing that. And this much more bad, much more worse. Satanic, evil action, if intentionally. Or dump, no understand. About this case, German also decided something do, okay, in climate crisis, stopping drillings in Northern Sea, etc., was stopping. But now this finance minister saying, hey, time restore this drilling in North Sea. And who tweeting about this fact, saying these persons maybe thinking, this as political issue, as political, they will political crisis, climate crisis. They anytime have right, have time, can come together, some summit, we sit, agreed, and good, problem resolved. This not dumb, this not stupid, this about science, planet Earth, atmosphere. You can't change by your political decision this immediately. In COVID-19 case, you can, because this restriction, and vaccination, but again, millions died. But stop it. Climate change, absolutely different, huge and different. And you as civilization not have opportunity to stop climate crisis if red line will cross it finally. And you can't come together when needed for your reason and decided, okay, finally you're stopping using fossil fuel, deciding stop climate crisis, dump, in Russian call it debil, dump, okay, moron. This correct name, moron, yeah. Moron, why I saying that? Because you doing that. You doing that. And what this means, I say, you moron. Why I saying that? Because you position moron. Scientists saying you this about planet Earth, atmosphere, about physics. You as moron continue say, for replace this fossil fuel, you should take another fossil fuel. No go to solar energy or wind energy. And you think this political issue, when we'll need, you will come together with other politics and will sign some agreement. And this means for you, for your reason mind, you will stop it climate crisis. This purely moron, dumb. Global genocide coming. I say you. Cristiana Figueres video. Please listen. This was during some event, previous event in London. But this was she saying here, so needed, so actual. Is 2 or 3 months ago video.
We have seen powerful and courageous civil disobedience in the streets of London this week. It is not the first time in history. From the civil rights movements in the United States, to the independence of India, to the suffragettes in the UK, we have seen angry people take to the streets when the injustice has been great enough. The Extinction Rebellion and the school strikes, in and of themselves, they do not solve the problem, and they in fact may even be inconvenient for those who have to get to their daily job. But what they are doing is waking everyone up to the fact that we do have an emergency on climate change. We are simply not acting fast enough. This outrage that is out in the streets has to turn into action at the speed and scale commensurate with the emergency. We have everything it takes to do it. We just need clear and determined political decisions.
Crucial. What she said is crucial. We, Earth people, use March 25th climate crisis and go to streets worldwide. Again, if not you, this political establishment, political leaders not will act for survive you, Earth people, all nations around the world, developed countries, non-developed countries, developing countries, neutral countries, This nothing for climate. This nothing, zero and nothing. This is about physics. Climate crisis will kill you. And this happening, how this devastating natural disease, disasters, increasing quantity and power, and this will sharply increase. But we not yet not lose time. We have chance. Stop climate crisis. And from you, Earth people, needed simple things. Go to streets. Demand from your country leaders action. If your quantity will big, not thousand, 10,000, 100,000, even no million, if there will in each country 100 millions, 10 of millions, which country matter? But worldwide means should be billions. And this will achieve if in some country massive demonstration will happen. This easily will achieve that. Billions in same day on streets and squares. And you shall do that. And these simple things, what you can do and how this can be powerful. Earth people, Europe countries, American countries, Australian countries, Japanese, Chinese, Arab world, Turkish world, African countries, American countries, Latin America, islands, which on front line. Use that in coming days, March 25. Not this very simple action. Need leave home, join to the demonstrations, protest demonstrations, climate strike. Do that. And also use additional. Their hashtag, human or people over profit is very important. Another hashtag, because this Hitler Putin ongoing genocide in Ukraine. Therefore, stand with Ukraine. Hashtag also use. Importance of that worldwide. Use that. Stand with Ukraine. Shortly condemn our days Hitler, Putin. And boycott Russian goods. But also time we should start boycott fossil fuel companies, firms. No fair. This Congress, they will see what means people power. They try boycott, block our boycott. We will see, I say, Bill McCabe tweeting about United Nations Secretary General position. I reading. Bill McCabe, the United Nations Secretary General, as close to a spokesman for the planet as exists, is right. This must be the pivot moment to clean energy. Pivot moment to clean energy. And here, Antonio Guterres, Secretary General of United Nations, warns of catastrophe with continued use of fossil fuels. United Nations Secretary General warns about catastrophe for with continued use of fossil fuels. He said instead of replacing Russian oil, gas, and coal, nations must pivot to clean energy. Very important, crucial. No search how you will replace Russian oil, gas, and coal with other oil, gas, and coal from other country. Clean energy. Have. In current time, short time, this is about reality, what I say. There should be in short time, because embargo of Russian oil and gas should be happen immediately, and this means immediately should be there from another side, another uh, direction, replace this. We not have right, no, we not have time, sit and wait when this country will allow finally use solar and wind energy mainly. We should act. But this means tactic. This form should be used. Okay, currently this can happen, but decision and immediate by action. Parallel form, parallel. Small one for short term, several months. Okay, maybe 1 year, maybe 1 year. Replacing Russian oil and gas by other oil and gas during these months, no more than 1 year. But parallel time, same time you starting mainly go solar and wind energy by increasing and this main way. And for end of this month and 1 year, already this fossil fuel should be replaced by clean energy. Use this plan, this tactic, this strategy. Finally, situation demand immediately ban Hitler, Putin, oil and gas, coal. Why? Because Hitler, Putin using this money and financing her genocide in Ukraine. And we should, this about moral issue. Human beings, you human beings, you shall do that. Stop financing Hitler, Putin. Stop still be Hitler, Putin enabler and enablers. Stop that. Germany, Hungary. In Hungary, election coming, and I call Hungarian people. There should be serious changing. Orban and authority should be go to garbage of history finally. No do mistake, people. This crucial election. And believe me, Hitler Putin will help Orban, but I call you fully and seriously take control on election stations and election system. Avoid using electronic devices and fully monitor, because Hitler Putin have opportunity intervene election. So this Hungary, I already said how they, together with Germany, continue financing Hitler Putin. And history, German, believe me, listen me, German political establishment. I'm not talking about German people. Not what I saying this about German political establishment. I believe in that. I hope and I believe in that majority of German people, together with me, and demanding from the authority, stop financing Hitler Putin. And this means ban Russian oil and gas. And you have opportunity for that, Germany. And your allies will help you in this case. United States, EU countries, Britain, because situation that all should come together. There should be happen immediately. Stop financing Hitler Putin. Means immediately stop buy from Hitler Putin oil and gas and coal. Oil and gas embargo and entirely SWIFT ban. SWIFT ban should be for all Hitler Putin Russia financial system. This and all Hitler Putin oligarchs. You know what I'm talking about climate crisis and calling people go together join to climate strike, which organized by Team Greta Thunberg, Fridays for Future movement, and all other climate crisis fighters organizations, including Greenpeace, including Extinction Rebellion, including Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, others, including who fighting corruption and launderings, ICIJ, OCCRP, and others. Finally. This how we should go to street in coming Friday. But also you, I think, understand finally how the same thing, our fight climate crisis and our fight Hitler Putin and her enablers. Because system same. You're under one system. This system called financial system of world, which ruled world because monetary world. And this system so satanic, so corrupt, so dark, and they clubs in offshores. This club's owner, Rothschild and Co. and British monarchy. These truths and all directly linked one to other. And we should start finally act. Finally act. No excuse, no waste time, no listen something. We should organize and act. Organize and act. If needed this money, because monetary world for organization needs money, we should use our opportunity, crowdfunding and others opportunity. And we should go worldwide, billions people same day on streets and squares. I say, I together with you, Earth people. I am Chinghiz.